You need to remember that rejection is God's redirection. Remember that rejection is actually redirection. God is allowing things to happen in our lives to put us on the right path or to direct us to where we need to be. So when people leave our lives, when we get rejected by people, by opportunities, by jobs, we are not missing out on anything, because everything that needs to be in our lives will make its way to us. Nothing can separate you from the blessings that God actually have for you. So do not be discouraged, do not feel down when you are rejected by people, relationships, situations. Know that the people who are in your life are meant to be there, or if they are not, they are making their way out. So if they reject you, just know that it's a blessing from God. God sees and knows things that we do not know. So God knows that the job that rejected you could have given you so much stress, or the persons or people who rejected you could have bad intentions. What if everything is not falling apart, but is actually falling into place in your life? What if all the rejections that you've experienced are actually pieces that are forming your greatest blessing? When I was a little girl, I remember that my teacher left me in charge of the class. I was the prefect, while he briefly stepped out and he said if anyone misbehaves, to write their name down. And when I did that, I ended up writing down the popular girl's name, and then everyone in the class, all her friends, even my friend, turned against me and wouldn't talk to me. It was at that point in grade 6 I felt truly rejected. I felt that I had no one to talk to, and I felt that although I did my job and although I did as the teacher instructed, things didn't go my way. I was rejected by all the girls in the class but one or two. So I ended up rekindling my friendship with one of my best friends from preschool who was in my class, but I hadn't even really noticed her for a while. So we began hanging out together and she quickly became my best friend. Our relationship kind of blossomed and I enjoyed spending time with her towards the ending of my days at primary school. And the best part is we actually went to the same church, so we would spend our Saturdays hanging out together. We'd go to Pathfinder Club and we'd really enjoy each other's company. So when I look back at that, I am honestly glad that I was rejected, because if I hadn't been rejected in that sense, I wouldn't have formed a great friendship with her and rekindled a lovely and genuine friendship. So God's redirection in that situation led to a great friendship in my experience. I'm sure at some point in life or in time, everyone has experienced some level of rejection, and that doesn't feel good at all. Whether you're rejected by a job, an opportunity, a relationship, whatever it is, in whatever way, do not let rejection discourage you for too long. I recently saw one of my friends post on her status on WhatsApp that rejection is redirection, and I just had to come here and talk about it, because it is so important to remind ourselves that when we are rejected, we are simply being redirected, that the rejection we face is not the end of our story. I actually think rejection adds to our story. Like when we reach success, we can look back and say, you know what, I was rejected in that sense, now I'm here and I'm appreciative of how far I have come from that rejection. Please be reminded that if you are rejected by someone, people, opportunities, just know that that wasn't for you in the first place. What is for you will always make its way to you. Just know that you will never miss out on what God has planned for you. Everything that is meant for you, that job, that relationship, that opportunity, you will not miss out on your blessings at all. So don't stress about that. It is normal to feel down and discouraged when you are rejected, but keep your head up. Keep your head up, keep your mind on God, keep focused, because tough times don't last. Tough people do. Everyone who has ever rejected you, they were never meant to be a part of your story. Some people are there in our lives for a moment in time. So it's important to understand that when people reject you or you get rejected from opportunities, you are not missing out. It is happening in your favor and for your good, even though it hurts at times to lose opportunities and people. So as always, stay faithful and stay blessed. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do so, because all are welcomed here.